Hello and welcome to the second episode of the Basic Podcast. I'm your host, Thomas.
I'm your co-host, Ethan.
And I just want to thank you guys for 16 views on our last video, on the first episode of the podcast. Thank you for so much support. Hopefully you subscribe so we can get to our subscriber goal of 50. If we do, I will do a Steam $20 gift card giveaway.
Yeah, I'll win automatically. I'm playing.
What? We don't talk about that shit.
Okay.
I'm gonna edit that out, okay?
Okay, so basically, anytime.
Today we'll talk about dumb things we've done as children. We've all done something dumb. Like, even though we're still technically children, more like teenagers, still, we all do dumb things all the time. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Like throwing rocks in our neighbors' yards, breaking windows, blaming stuff that don't matter, stuff kind of like that.
Yeah. One of the worst things I did, well, a dumb thing I did as a kid, was practically almost break my freaking skull open. So, basically, this is what happened. I was living in, I was with my friend, right?
In Georgia?
Yeah, in Georgia.
It's always in Georgia. Always in Georgia.
He's always speaking about Georgia, but never asking how's Georgia.
Speaking of Georgia, for right now, sorry for getting off the topic, but speaking of Georgia, I remember seeing this meme saying, it was a Tinder account saying Georgia, and it said, everyone to be inside Georgia and Tennessee at the same time. Well, now here's your chance.
Oh, no.
And he's like, it's not possible. Or something like that. It was kind of funny.
So, when I was in Georgia, I know I've been talking a lot about Georgia lately. Basically, there's this, like, pipe, like, under a grass. It was like a sewer pipe, right? So my friend challenged me to go over it on his bike. So I decide to ride on the pipe, and then the tire flips. Like, the bike flips over. I fall face first into grass with no helmet on, and I pass out for like a second.
Dang. Like, the dumbest thing I've done as a child was probably, so my cousins came over once, and we had this tree in our backyard, and it was kind of hard for us to climb. So I took this old, like, piece of metal. It was like a, you know how the back of a bed has, like, that casing so your bed doesn't fall off?
Yeah.
It was like one of those, and it was like a piece of metal that was old. And there was like this rusted piece of metal sticking out of it. Everyone got up fine. I ran up, grabbed to a branch of the tree because I fell, and I got stabbed right next to my balls. Like, it was so close. And I had to get stitches that day, bro. It was whack.
At least it didn't go inside your balls.
Yeah, it was like right next to an artery too, bro. It was crazy.
Yeah, because if you were to get stabbed in the balls, it would hurt a lot more.
Yeah. I probably would have died or something. I don't know.
You would die through the pain.
And I'd start throwing up everywhere. I'd explode. Just crazy.
Yeah, but every man knows how it feels to be kicked or slammed on the balls. It hurts.
Yeah, it hurts bad.
I remember this one time where I was just chilling, like walking around, like in 3rd grade. I was just walking around the playground. Some random girl just comes up to me and just goes berserk on my nuts.
Like, oh yeah, it's hippo time. Just like punching as hard as it can, kicking, and you're just like, why me?
She just She's
just like, yeah.
She basically tried to field goal my balls.
It's robot fighting time.
I literally fell on the ground, cried. None of the teachers noticed. The bell rang. I was like walking like freaking with both my legs sprayed out, like a freaking penguin. It was just dope. And then, like 10 minutes later, the pain just stopped because, you know,
that's what it does.
That's what it does. And I just went home happy, I guess. But thank God I didn't go through puberty yet.
You're just happy that a girl touched you for the first time.
Especially in my private area. Oh. Yeah, she was like a freaking soccer player trying to kick my balls, though.
Just like, yeah, feel no, but I've had an experience with a girl. So, we took last episode. I think I talked about this, and we had this random Dora playhouse, and we just stuck it in the tree. It's like a tree house or something like that. So, after we did that, there was this girl and her two brothers that came over, and she would always want to play family with me when the others went inside. So she would be mother. It was my choice. And I would be father. I always try to be like the kid or something.
Yeah.
And she'd always make me kiss her like all the time.
I'd be like.
So once, I was instead of playing that, I was like, you know what? I want to go play what's it called? Darts on the Wii.
Not sponsored.
Yeah, I'm not sponsored. Sponsor me, Darts on the Wii. But I want to play Darts on the Wii. And she was like, no, if you do that, I'm not going to be playing house with you again. I was like,
okay.
All right then. And I ran inside. I was like, yeah, Darts on the Wii.
And you never thought back.
Nope, not really. Like, there was this other game we used to play. I don't know if anyone else played that out there. But my mom got us Mario Kart from GameStop once, and it was like all jacked up. So then she returned it. So instead of getting Mario Kart Wii, she got Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing.
Oh.
Which was okay. Like, it was an alright game. Like, the only thing I'm gonna say is it was better than almost all the other battle modes. Like, it had Capture the Flag.
Oh, that
it had
fun.
King of the Hill.
You know what?
It had Time Attack. It had a bunch of games.
So, okay, I had a similar experience with a girl. Well, so basically, I had this girlfriend in, like, first grade, I would say. Yeah. I was young.
Yeah.
So, basically, she would be, like, drawing me pictures, saying...
That's the perks of being a first grade girlfriend. Draw your boyfriend pictures. Oh, yeah, that's hot, bro.
She'd draw me pictures, pick out some flowers for me. And one day I saw her drawing pictures for another guy. Sort of like that Brewster animation, but different.
Where you're like, she's drawing pictures for another dude.
I was like, oh, this is fine. Then I saw him. She was like, I'm dating you now. I'm like,
No,
no! My little first grade heart was broken. I just sat there in the goddamn corner of the classroom crying the whole day, thinking about how we were gonna get married and have kids. And then I just started like writing edgy song poems.
First grade is the worst grade. She gave me up for Bruce.
Basically, I was just like, then I realized how goddamn dramatic I was as a goddamn first grader.
Yeah. Like, speaking of like first grade, I remember talking to my friends and they were talking about how if they would like the Switch better if they had Call of Duty on there. And I was like, well, why though? And they're like, it's because we grew up with like shooters like Call of Duty and GTA. They were talking about how they got like Call of Duty and GTA in like the first and second grade.
God. I just imagine them like trying to break into a car, like while someone's in it, just like two first graders just knocking over a random person and dropping them on the street and then stealing their car.
Get out of here. Like one of those mods on GTA where you can like turn into a monkey. Just turn into a first grader. Get out of here.
Get the hell out this car. Freaking pointing them at a gunpoint.
High speed chase. The news line. We're in a high speed chase right now. We're trying to get it. What are the two delinquents? It's two first graders. What? And they're like, yeah. Wait, we don't even know how to drive. Flips the car.
They still somehow survive. They go on their tricycles.
Speaking of that, I think I remember seeing some dude. He freaking, he was on a high-speed chase, which wasn't really high-speed. He was with, like, a moped.
Oh my god. The most badass vehicle of all time.
Fun. But let's be real. Ethan, when you get, like, your first job, which I'm trying to get a job soon, what do you want your vehicle to be like, if you could get a vehicle?
A freaking moped.
Yeah. Mopeds are actually pretty safe.
They are. Like, my dad owned this red moped. Everyone at first grade thought it was a goddamn motorcycle. So basically, yeah, everyone thought it was a motorcycle, and everyone was like, oh, he's really cool.
be like, yeah, I'm pulling out my motorcycle. All the girls like, oh my gosh, Ethan, you're so cool. Can I ride in pitch seat?
And
yeah, baby.
And then Bruce comes out of nowhere with freaking motorcycles. Hey, what's up, baby? Honk, honk.
His enemy.
This is my freaking enemy in first grade. Like, have your daddy has owned, like, any cool vehicles like that?
No.
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 Haha, loser. I'm getting more chicks than you.
Like, freaking... Honestly, though, I really want... Once I get my job, I'll probably save up for Rent, then Purple Mattress, because Purple Mattress sponsored me. It's
Not
good.
sponsored, though.
Not sponsored, but sponsor me. It's good. It seems really comfortable. It's big brain ideas, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, if I ever owned, like, my dream vehicle, a freaking neon orange McLaren, or just an orange McLaren,
yeah.
What's yours?
My dream vehicle's, the goddamn, monster truck Bruce owns.
Dang it. Damn you, Bruce.
You know what? Bruce is our enemy from now on. Sorry.
Nah, it's not my enemy. That's your enemy.
Sorry for any Bruces out there. I bet you guys are nice
Yeah,
people.
no offense.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah, instead of putting, like, just saying, like, if we're talking about kids or anyone, we'll just call him Bruce.
Yeah, Bruce.
Yeah.
So okay. Yeah. Anytime I would be like, there's a bunch of random stuff at my, elementary school. And this was back when I was in 1st, 2nd, and 3rd grade. Basically, I didn't have a lot of friends because, you know, even then I was still a social outcast. So basically, back then, the most premium thing you would do is hug someone, right? Like, no one did kisses, no one did anything like that because, you know, we're still in goddamn elementary school. So, if the teachers caught on to that, they're like, you can't hug anyone. So people would literally be hiding behind, like, classrooms and stuff just to hug their friend.
Bruce be, like, in 4 different spots so he can hug his 6 different girlfriends.
Bruce! How dare you! Alright.
Like, I remember in elementary school, we're gonna name this guy Bruce. He was my friend.
Yeah. Hey,
So, Bruce and this other girl named Mia. Let's call her Mia.
yeah.
So, Bruce and Mia were, like, just talking normal. Mia was a new girl. And then, long story short, they end up dating.
Oh.
So, they ended up dating for, like, a few months or 2. Then, instead of Bruce giving her attention, he didn't. So, Mia was all like, you know what? You're not my boyfriend anymore. And they were all getting sad. So, then ended up, like, freaking a month later, they're like, I was like, you know what? I eat food weird. I'm gonna just call myself a weird food eater. And then they were like, oh, yeah, that's cool. So, like, me and, like, Bruce and Amy would be, like, the weird food eating club where we just mix random food together. It was weird. And then they ended up getting back together and stuff. But I don't know what they're doing now, to be honest.
I just imagine that you guys just get like 12 types of salmonella.
No, I'm talking about, like, mixed chocolate with chicken or something.
Oh, yeah. The hell was wrong with you kids? Like, yeah. Like, I had, like, a couple relationships at my school. At least back in Georgia. I'm sorry, audience. I have a lot of stories from Georgia. Alright, so back in Georgia, I had this really good friend. Let's call her Mia Khalifa.
I wasn't even thinking of Mia. When I said Mia, I was not thinking of that person.
Just kidding. Okay, let's call her,
Ooga Booga.
Yeah, Ooga Booga. So, Ooga Booga, and let's call the other guy Bruce, because Bruce is everyone now. So, Ooga Booga and Bruce, like, started being friends, right? Because Ooga Booga was originally my friend, because she started, like, the school knew. I was, like, introducing myself as a normal person. And, well, we became friends. So, Bruce started dating her.
Bruce, I swear, it's always Bruce.
So, Bruce started dating her. I'm like, oh, okay. This is fine, because they're both my friends. So, Bruce comes up to me one day. He's like, are you jealous? I'm like, really? You're gonna... Okay. This is back in 4th grade. I'm like, bro, I had my first relationship with whoever. And like he's like, "Are you jealous?" I'm like, "No, I'm not." He's like, Are you sure? Because you can tell me if you're jealous or not." I'm like,
Maybe a little bit.
I wasn't even jealous. I didn't even find that girl attractive.
She freaking a coke sniffer.
The coke sniffer? No, she's not. Like, Bruce did like her and he was dating her. So one day, it was her birthday, right? She brought a bunch of like candy bags and cupcakes to school, right?
Yeah.
Because it was like a rich district. So basically, the mom came up to everyone, gave them cupcakes and candy bags. She comes up to me, gives me 2 cupcakes and 2 candy bags. Everyone's just staring at me like, what? What?
And what about Bruce? What did he get?
He got the same thing as everyone else, just 1 candy bag and 1 cupcake.
Oh, let me guess, you and Bruce fought or something.
No. So she was like, I heard a lot about you. I'm like, oh damn. Thanks, Ooga Booga.
Okay.
And then
Ooga
Bruce
Booga's
comes.
mom.
Yeah, Ooga
Booga
Booga's
Booga.
mom's. Booga Booga. She's like, and then Bruce comes up, stands up. He's like, I'm her friend too. I'm her friend. I'm like, are you really that jealous? It's a goddamn candy bag full of cheap off-brand candy with these pale
Freaking snonkers. Snonkers and ECs.
and these pale freaking cupcakes that taste like they're
Oh, were they those trash freaking frosting ones?
yeah.
Like there's that buttercream frosting,
Which is
and then
delicious.
there's the garbage kind.
Exactly. Like, it was the kind of frosting that you felt like was from the 19th century.
It makes sense. And speaking of that, when I was in like first, second, or kindergarten, I don't remember. Apparently, all the kids were in like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
Yeah.
and I did not care for it. I was like, whatever. It wasn't that cool. And so, like, everyone was always talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh my gosh, they're so cool. I
Yeah.
love Leo. Donald Leo was my favorite, whatever. And I'd be like, you know what? To the popular kid that I was friends with, I was like, you know what? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles isn't that cool. He was like,
What? How dare you? You have committed the worst sin possible. You said
nah,
teenage...
he didn't really care.
Yeah. I would just imagine they'd be like... I just imagine, like, all the 4th graders and 3rd graders would be like, crucify him! Crucify him! They'd just bring you up to a freaking cross.
You have shamed Donald Leo, Leonardo, and all the other ones. You shall now die for your sins. No! Give me all your candy now, or you will face the consequences.
Fine.
Gives him the candy.
Give him
I
the-
was lying.
Gives you the stalkers.
Snockers.
This video is sponsored by Snockers.
Sponsor me, Snockers. Well, so then so for random out of nowhere Easter, this kid's parents was like rich or something. So you know how at like Walmart or like Family Dollar they have like those candy bag, like those candy like baskets and like eggs and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, she brought like one of those for each student,
Jeez. Like the $10 ones?
like the $5 ones.
So, like,
Still,
oh my god, that's expensive.
yeah. So everyone got like a normal one except for her son, which got like the premium $30 kind with the freaking remote control monster truck and like like Snickers,
Oh,
like
not
Snonkers, Snickers, Reese's,
Oh.
freaking Double Bubble, good stuff, not Bubble, ECs and Snonkers like we got. We didn't get. He got like remote control cars.
Yeah.
We got like those trash like made out of plastic that you have to roll yourself.
Yeah, like, you even look at it strangely, it just breaks.
Yeah. It was freaking crazy. We were like, bro, you got the coolest stuff.
He's like, oh, it's not that cool.
Nah, he was like, dang, thanks, mom. We also got cupcakes, and it wasn't the freaking,
19th century cupcake.
nah, it was the good kind.
Yeah.
The freaking buttercream. Nah, not the buttercream, that was too expensive. The utter cream.
The other cream, they had to remove the B.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah. Like, I had like a rich kid in my school. I think it was in 5th grade. He literally would bring up his Switch.
Oh, yeah, Bruce.
Yeah, Bruce.
He would freaking bring his Switch to school. I remember that.
He'd bring his Switch to school and show it off to everyone. And be like, hey, it's not that impressive.
Yeah.
And then he would be talking about how he lives under a bridge.
No, he didn't. I don't remember that.
He did. Like, I don't think you were there. He'd be like, I'm like, hey, is your family rich? He's like, no, we live under a bridge. I know he was joking.
And then I remember in 5th grade, freaking Jeffy was popular.
Yeah.
And then Ethan here, he wasn't really that popular. He got this Jeffy drink. Jeffy calls you. And at that moment, I was like, Jeffy is so dumb. I hate Jeffy now.
Like, like it was the time where fidget spinners and Jeffy were the popular thing.
Yeah.
So I come to everyone with this stupid freaking app that would show this random video with this random music in the background.
Jeffy is calling you and he's like dancing. It's his birthday.
It was the weirdest video ever. People were just like saying there like with the weirdest faces expressions ever. And like I was just sitting there smiling while everyone looked at the phone.
Oh yeah, it was the 2-cent phone. That was Obama's last PP caller.
Yeah. Yeah, I owned a bunch of Obama phones like when I was growing up since yeah.
Yeah, but there was this one game we used to play in 5th grade. Ethan didn't play with us.
Yeah.
But it was called Finesse, and we literally just stand on this area with wood chips and just push each other as hard as we can onto the ground. It was so fun. And I don't know if you guys ever had, but I learned how to do flips off the swing. It was crazy.
Well, one game we would play in goddamn 4th grade. I don't know if you played this game, Thomas. It was called Corn Dog, where you'd grab them by the freaking shoulders and stick your knee up their ass.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. I've played that. Yeah.
It's a goddamn ridiculous game. Let me just say that much.
Yeah.
So yeah.
If I'm being honest, that thing is freaking cursed.
I know. A lot of games were cursed. So, on that note, we're gonna end the episode here.
No, we're not. That was a lie.
Damn. You know when you're sucking your dad's toes and he has toe fuck. Oh crap! We're back!
Hey! You know what? Let's do a new segment called
Why I Hate This.
Why I Hate This, yeah. Don't you hate... why I hate when I have to scratch my butt in public. You obviously know why. You just know. Even if that's nasty, I just need to, you know?
Yeah.
And I hope no one's looking.
When you're 2 miles away from your house, you really need to go pee and there's no public restrooms anywhere.
No, when you have to take a crap and you don't want to use the public restrooms.
Well, that's not as bad. Let's just assume you are you have to use the restroom so badly to the point where you can literally feel the crap coming out your ass.
I've never had that.
It's about to come out.
Unless I'm at home.
Yeah.
I have that when I'm at home and my dad's in the bathroom.
It's opening the gates of heaven. So basically, you're running towards the first public place you see. Then you realize, no public bathrooms. So you realize, oh crap, I have to buy something. You realize, oh no, I have no money. So you basically just hold it in for 2.5 hours. That's the worst things ever.
Yeah.
So,
actually, nah. Scratching your butt in public is worse.
Yeah, but would you rather shit yourself or get caught scratching your ass?
Crap myself.
Why?
Because it's a lot easier to hide.
No, it's not.
If I get caught scratching my butt, they're going to be like,
how dare you?
And what if I was to scratch my lip too and they'll be like, he's smelling his own butt.
Is that is that a nightmare you have frequently? Where you scratch
I have to scratch my butt. Ew! He ate his own poop!
Everyone mock him! Ha! Ha! Ha!
No, I have some whack dreams. Once I had this dream.
Thomas, we did that the last episode.
This is the last one. Alright, let's just do this real quick. So I had this dream where I was just singing, if you know Amazing with the Gumball, you'll get what I'm saying. I was like, I'm a bun, I'm a tasty, tasty bun. I'll be baked and kneaded. Oh, how fun. I'm a bun, I'm a tasty, tasty bun. And I was just like singing that in my dream. It was weird.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You know what? Let's end the episode here on a good note.
Yeah, we should before we screw something up.
Alright,
Well, thank you for watching. Hope you like and subscribe.
subscribe to Bat the Boy on YouTube.
Yeah. And I'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.